Okay, everyone, we're diving into something big today. The return of Urban Jürgensen. Lots of anticipation around this one. And the reveal. Not just one watch, but 3 new models right out of the gate.
That's right. And the very first detail that caught everyone's eye, the manufacturing partner, is Kari Voutilainen.
Which immediately signals, high-end focus. Top tier.
Absolutely. Voutilainen means serious craftsmanship. So our mission today is to really get into one specific model, the UJ-3. It features a perpetual calendar, moonphase, and interestingly, a base movement with a double natural escapement.
A double natural escapement. Okay.
Yeah. And this watch, I think, tells us a lot about the new brand's direction, especially how they're thinking about collaboration.
Okay, let's definitely unpack that collaboration part first. You mentioned
Yeah.
it's key, because it's not just Voutilainen doing the making and Alex Rosenfield handling the business side, right?
No, exactly. They've brought in another heavyweight independent, Andreas Strehler.
Ah, Strehler. Okay.
Yes. And Strehler worked directly with Voutilainen. They developed this unique perpetual calendar system together. It was like built specifically to integrate with the movements Voutilainen modified for these watches. A real meeting of minds.
So you've got this incredible technical team up. Now,
Sure.
about that perpetual calendar itself, it's stunning, mechanically speaking. But one thing that came up was this sort of tension between its beauty and, well, the practical side.
There is, yeah. It's fascinating because, look, a perpetual calendar is peak watchmaking art, no question. But the reality is, if you don't wear it all the time and it stops, you have to reset it.
Which involves fiddly pushers, right, with the stylus.
Exactly. On the UJ-3, it uses hidden pushers. So the sources kind of acknowledge it's maybe not the watch you just grab and leave with if it's been sitting in the box for a week.
That's a really important point for who this watch might appeal to. But like you said, sometimes the sheer beauty makes you forget the practical stuff. And they did add some user-friendly touches, didn't they? Like the power reserve indicator.
They did. It's quite cleverly placed, actually, under what you might call the 0 o'clock position, just below the 12. Gives it a unique look.
Okay.
And the whole dial layout is where you really see the Voutilainen and Strehler genius shine through. It manages to look pleasantly simpler than it actually is, which is quite a feat.
How so?
Well, the leap year indicator is actually on the back, visible through the case back, keeps the dial cleaner.
Ah, okay.
The subsidiary seconds hand at 6 o'clock. It also pulls double duty as the date pointer.
Clever.
And then the day and month are in these neat little windows near the edge of the dial, using discs that match the dial color. Very integrated.
And the moon phase.
Ah, the moonphase. It's that tilted Strehler design.
Yeah.
Really colorful. It jumps instantaneously, and it's supposedly accurate for, get this, around 14,000 years.
14,000 years. Wow.
Yeah. And all this sits on a classic face, solid silver dial with beautiful guilloche engraving, that intricate hand-done texture.
And beneath all that beauty, as you mentioned right at the start, that double natural escapement, which makes it, what, the only perpetual calendar with that system?
As far as I know, yes. It's a system focused on high efficiency, stable timekeeping. It's complex. The whole movement has 484 parts.
484 parts. Okay. That's serious engineering.
It really is. Every bit speaks to technical skill and high-level finishing.
So the overall look and feel, you said semi-minimalist, but not really minimalist. The case specs, 39 millimeters wide, which is wearable, but it's quite thick at 13.9 millimeter and 30 meters water resistant.
Pretty standard dress watch water resistance. Initially, it comes in 18K, rose gold, or platinum, both with a black galvanic dial over that solid silver base.
And the price tag reflects all this. We're talking well into 6 figures.
Oh, yeah. Specifically, 168,000 Swiss francs. So definitely press on request territory for most places.
Right.
So tying this all together for you listening, what does the UJ-3 really represent? It's more than just a watch, isn't it? It feels like a statement. The new Urban Jürgensen, blending its historical name with the absolute best of today's independent talent, Voutilainen Strehler.
Yeah.
It's showing off serious technical ability, 484 parts, that unique escapement, the crazy accurate moon phase, but packaged in a very classic, elegant way.
So it's this meeting point. Technical collaboration, artistry, and maybe, a touch of impractical luxury.
Exactly. Luxury that demands a bit of commitment from the owner.
Okay, so here's a thought. Considering the UJ-3's very specific collaborative engineering, this focus on the perpetual calendar with the double escapement, how does that specific technical approach position it against the other new models, the UJ-1 and UJ-2?
That's a really interesting question, isn't it? It makes you wonder, Which of these three new pieces, the UJ-1, UJ-2, or this UJ-3, will collectors gravitate towards most? And does the UJ-3, with its, intense complexity, the specific names involved, maybe even its deliberate impracticality, does that make it the ultimate statement piece of this relaunch for a certain kind of enthusiast? Definitely something to think about.